So the red player is going to be Ranger. Decent map with gold and stone at the back.
Looks like the general has a lot of hills around.
Yeah, but it did find the
Both
good
players.
forest to build the lumber camp, which is in a really decent position, I would say. There could be some
It's
issue
good about
maybe
finding the
with...
close forest, but sometimes it always chooses the closest one that it finds early. So sometimes that could be a forward forest, but it's got a good one this time.
Yeah, definitely.
Red's missing two of its sheep, but so is general.
Do you have specific rules to build the first lumber camp?
Yeah, once it finds 40 trees, it finds the one tree that's not a straggler tree that's closest to the town center, and
Okay.
then builds a lumber camp right by that tree.
Okay. It looks to work
I'm
perfectly
pretty
in
sure
that
that's
game.
what it does.
Oh, the second lumber camp is built very fast for the general.
Yeah, that one's just built kind of normally, but it happened to choose a decent forest this time.
Yep. And red did have to build the lumber camp really far from the TC, I would say. Well, it
Yeah.
does have a map which is definitely not great, I would say, compared to blue. I think that you have the best map in that game.
Yeah, starting position is pretty good. It does have its main stone right next to the forest, which it's safe but hard to get to.
Yeah.
Right, the mining camp going down on the gold. So far, so good.
Yeah, I think that the general can be confident.
I feel pretty good.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I was prepared for it to be Mayans, and so I told General to never make spears against Mesosivs, but it doesn't have any other rules to stop training spearmen, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay. Well, anyway,
It's gotta
now
be
you're
something.
prepared to play against Mayan, that's a good point.
Yeah, Mayans have the best crossbowman rush, I think.
Yep.
So a Persian crossbowman rush should be easier to face against. General has some fishermen.
Yes.
That's annoying.
Yeah, it's a
All
bit
right.
of west.
It happened to build its tower next to the forward lumber camp, which is good. Right now, it's currently random, so it can build it at the lumber camp that's further away from the enemy. So that's good.
It looks like Ranger. Okay, Ranger is eventually researching Castle Age. While the general had a very decent Castle Age time.
Yes, I'm actually really happy. Usually it gets around 18 minutes, but this is 17.
Yeah. Well, but as Persian anyway, the transition is always a bit faster.
Yes.
And red, look at red. As expected, it's already building some forward towers, which can make the knights busy the time required for Ranger to start massing crossbows.
Yep, except the general doesn't gradually increase town size. It just sets it automatically to the enemy town.
Oh, that's a good point.
And it deprioritizes watchtowers at the beginning of the game.
Okay.
So hopefully it doesn't just get this archer range the whole time. But now it's knocking down the tower and near the town.
Yep, I think that it didn't detect the second tower. Well, a ranger is crossing a big distance from the TC to get the deers. That's not
Yeah,
great.
that's not great. Got some retreating from the town center working decently well, looks like.
Well, it looks like it's gonna be a first defeat for an AI made by UnfairestEel in this tournament. Snake already won its 6-4 first games, and Ranger did win 3-0 his first set.
I'm happy right now. There was a lot of time where I was really afraid of playing against Ranger, but I think I finally optimized a few things.
Yeah, especially because the general lost 2-1 against boss, and it definitely needed to win against Ranger. But it's gonna be 3 games. But well, I think that you can effectively be confident because in the 4 vs 4, the general should have an easy game, I would say.
Alright, so it looks like General decided to end its first attack, which is probably good. It'll switch to bring in a few more types of units, which may or may not be good. It's probably unnecessary at this point, but we got that ram trained now, so that'll be important.
Yeah, well, it can take its time.
Yep, and it probably won't take
safe.
much time. Should attack at like 15 or 20 pop next, I think.
Yep. Well, the advantage is clearly taken by the general. 30
Yay.
more villagers than its opponents. And one knight is still killing one monk and making crossbows busy.
Yeah, that's something I want to figure out. It tends to chase units all the way across the map.
We've got one elephant from Ranger and few monks. Well, Red is actually preparing its defense.
Yeah, I think right now the general is got its escrow up to research Imperial Age.
Yes.
Now it should start training units again.
Well, really decent time. 35 minutes to reach Imperial Age. That's a great time. Almost 100 civilian population. What is your limit of civilian population in Castle Age?
I think I let it max out to 120, and even in Castle Age. I think I'd treat both ages the same, Castle Age and Imperial Age.
Okay, like many other AIs. Promi, Illuminati,
and so it just
do this.
Alright, looks like Ranger's on its way to attack, but should be really easy. Got some elite skirmishers on them to attack them.
Yeah, it does have few monks, which maybe can help. But anyway, the castle is in a very good position, I would say.
Thanks to user patch.
Yep. And there is a lake of retreat rules for Ranger, of course. It's a 1.0 AI, if I'm right.
I can't remember if it had any user patch at all. I think it was like 2011, so it would have been very early user patch. If it had any user patch at all.
Yep. And okay, the general is actually counter-attacking with a military population which increased a lot very fast. Almost 40 military population now.
Yep.
It maybe need to build houses faster, I would say. It looks to be a bit stuck. Okay, the houses are eventually built. I assume that the general is probably escoring for paladins. Oh,
That might make sense. It will use escrow for paladin.
yep, I
I think
see.
it still has knights as the primary unit.
Okay, but I like to see some elephants.
Yep, they're fun to mix in. Right now I put in the unique units, but mostly just for variety's sake.
Well, not that many AIs train elephants. I mean in AOC, of course for Warrior Kingdom we see a lot more elephants now in our games.
Especially battle elephants. This is taking a little bit longer than I would like. If I wanted to go back and do a bit of work, I would probably add some rules to tell it, hey, you're winning. Don't try to go to Imperial, just wipe out the enemy and finish them off.
Yep.
But Trebuchet is in Ranger's Town, so it's GG at this point.
Of course. I know that Juggernaut, for example, has not great design rules. It looks to be the case of Ranger 2.
That's what I noticed testing against it.
Well, I think that we can already close this game. It's over anyway. Congratulations to the general. 1-0.
Yay!
Hey.
Paladin was on the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
so the
good.
1v1 was what I was worried about most. The team game should be pretty good.
Yeah.
There was one game I was testing out where it was a 4v4 and Ranger was actually beating General pretty badly, but then I realized it was a tiny map by accident.
Okay.
And all of Ranger's forward towers were just killing all the General's villagers.
Okay, I
And then I
see.
tested on large map and then General won again. So I
Okay.
feel pretty good going into the next two games, but anything could happen.
Yeah,
We'll see.
in the 2 versus 2 we always can see some surprises. Like
Yes.
imagine that one opponent is not found. Maybe Ranger can attack the same opponent. Well, many things can happen in the 2 versus 2, but definitely 4 versus 4 should be at the advantage of the general, especially because Ranger as pocket won't have specific rules, if I'm right.
He'll just have 200 crossbows.
Yep. So, are you in?
I'm in.
Okay, we've got Korean. So, we've got General He soon.
General Yusun Shin.
He soon, yep. He soon, which is building a lumber camp in a bad forest, I would say.
Yeah, Teal built it close to the forest, really close,
Yep.
but not in the best spot.
Yeah, in fact, the closest forest is always selected by the general, which is a good attempt.
Yep, could be optimized a bit, I suppose. For example, the Greens lumber camp, I think it tried to build it near one of the solitary trees, and so it's not very close to the actual forest.
Yeah, this lumber camp is really, it's the best it could be built. So Rangers does have Teutonic and Korean as pockets, while in the opposite side we've got Korean and Japanese.
Yeah, so I'm not happy to see Turks for the general, especially as flank. That's one of its weakest civs. I haven't done a whole lot to customize Turks. We might see some bombard cannons though. And if this is Wello Kingdoms with the Berbers, then the Turks would have trained Genitours.
Okay.
But we're not in Wello Kingdoms. The Koreans will likely add in some crossbowmen after the initial night rush, but all the others will have a similar strategy to the Persians. So we'll see.
Well, the general Turkish could be definitely a good civilization for the general, with the advantage of the gold mining, which is a super
Yes.
bonus for Turkish.
Yeah. So it does look like somehow the blue and the green player got off to a slow start. If you look at their villager counts. I think there's some bugs that crop up in the Dark Age that happen on occasion.
Oh,
So hopefully that doesn't hurt the general too much. We'll see. That's
okay.
one of the reasons I want to just go over every piece of the AI and kind of redo a few things.
Okay, but I hope that it can eventually research Feudal Age.
Yeah, I don't think it bugs, it just gets slow.
Yeah, green is okay. Both of them are actually researching Feudal, but of course it's very late. 15 minutes Feudal Age as flank is not great.
No.
So what's gonna be the strategy for the Ranger as pocket? Oh, look at the farms from green. Yellow, I mean. Yeah, so as expected, as pocket it will go for crossbows, Ranger's side. And red was ready to face some cavalry, of course, with some spearmen around.
Yeah, so yellow's attacking green. Knight's coming out, but we'll see if they're quick enough. Good news is that yellow spearmen are going right next to the TC. So it's easy for green to fend off the attack.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we got the Japanese attacking. Hitting red stone camp.
And it looks like TD is actually supporting blue in the attack. Yellow attempted to
that's
build the
good.
tower.
Looks like teal is changing targets though, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's crossing a big distance once again. So, in fact,
I won't complain about 2 or 3 generals attacking the same opponent. As long as they attack at the same time.
yeah,
The simultaneous attacking is not currently actually done. More just relies on luck at this point.
oh, look at red, it's already almost dead. 30 population, it's prevented to gather wood. It doesn't have the access to the gold. Most of the gold were in the front.
Meanwhile, purple's attacking blue. Yellow's got some forward towers.
Yeah, we've got a defensive tower for blue, which is protecting. Almost nothing, I would say.
It was protecting the wood at the moment.
Yep. Okay, but anyway, it's eventually useful, killing some crossbows from purple. And I like the way orange built its castle in the front. It does have some janissaries. This is a good use of the Turkish civilization. And purple, what is doing purple actually? It's crossing the map. It doesn't target blue anymore. Oh, it's attacking green actually. Well, Ranger is actually defending quite well, I would say, despite the fact that red is hurt a lot.
Yeah, early castle age after the initial attacks is when General's power dips a lot.
Yeah.
So once it gets to Imperial Age with some of its players, it should do really well.
Well, of course, the civilian
Alright,
population is clearly at the advantage of the general, but the Teutonic is really low now. Look at the population of blue, 24. It's almost a 3 versus 3 actually.
We got Grey attacking. Teal's on the way to Imperial. And so is Grey, so that's good.
Oh, it's researching Wheelbarrow after having started to research Imperial Age.
Alright, Teal's finally attacking. And it doesn't know how to directly help its ally yet, so hopefully attacking orange will help it a bit. Yeah, generally still uses TSA for everything, for all of its attacking.
Well, at this point I think that blue should send some villagers
For the new TC.
yeah, in the back, of course, in the back of the team player. He does have actually...
Yeah, definitely something I'll add pretty soon.
For some reason, red managed to build a castle in the back. And the Wall Ranger are very far from researching Imperial Age, so that should be fine for the general. And we've got Cavaliers, which are gonna come soon from Grey.
Blue is down.
Yep. Well, it does have one TC, it shouldn't have resigned.
No, and I thought I put that in as a condition, so it shouldn't have resigned. I'll have to look at that.
Yep. You know what happened here?
Good news is that Grey is moving in pretty well. Still has Spearmen though.
Yep.
Needs Pikemen. Oh, it has Pikemen now.
Yeah, it does have Spikeman. It does have its skirmishers, which are not full upgraded actually, but we've got some samurais, which look to be the main unit here. Well, Ranger is actually offering a good fight. Red is 0 population, but it doesn't resign. While I would say it should, because it doesn't have any more TC, any
It
more
has the
villager.
castle, that's why it's still. I wonder if the design rules are basically non-existent.
Yep, definitely. And now yellow is suffering a lot. Green is pushing pretty well.
Yeah, so teal's holding off orange, while gray and green are attacking yellow pretty well, it looks like. And I think General has the villager lead and Imperial Age, so that should be enough to give it the advantage.
Okay, it's already trading a lot. It looks like Ranger is actually not having any trade. Oh yes, it does have.
Just a few trade cards.
And yellow is almost dead. He's running in a 3 versus 2.
Yeah, so you can see why the turrets aren't great. Because I don't have a special army composition for them. They use skirmishers and spears. Yeah, that'll be added someday.
Well, it's a way to maintain the population to 200, I would say. I think that purple and orange were not fast enough in pushing. It stayed too long on blue, while it clearly had the military advantage against steel, but it didn't push at some point.
Yeah. I assumed that teal having Imperial Age also gave it an advantage in defending.
Yeah.
But with some better army control, Ranger could have pushed against teal a lot better.
And we eventually have got our Arbalest from teal. I think that there is an upgrade which is missing for the orange units as Korean. A +1 attack is
yeah,
missing.
the last archer upgrade, yeah. That one should come eventually. But it could be bugged. I've noticed that one, I think I have them as lowest priority of all the blacksmith upgrades by default. And so that's probably why it's going slower.
And of course you definitely need to work on your Turkish, man.
Yeah, that's a bigger
military
problem.
composition is wow.
Yeah.
Spearmen,
Yeah, well I just did
skirmishers.
I did basically copy paste for most of the civilizations.
Just go for Janissaries, man. Full Janissaries and camels. And that's it.
Go for what?
So, what's the population actually? Orange is dead, purple is surviving but close to die. The game is over. 2-0 for the general. We've got a third game which is coming soon.
Woohoo. Hopefully no Turks. And it looks like blue is kind of hurt from the slow start, but green held on and survived.
Yep.
I think that was partly because of the teal and gray attacks on red. That kind of helped green side out a lot.
Well, I think that in fact the feudal age was pretty bad, but the castle age wasn't too slow, I would say. The transition was fine in feudal age. But of course, if the issue appears again in the 2 versus 2, it can be a real problem for the general.
Right.
Well, I'll give the victory to the general anyway. It's over. GG! Nice game.
Yes, 2-0.
Yep. And definitely Ranger offered a good game. Okay, so let's start it. You ready?
Yep, I am ready.
Nice. Oh, Chinese plus Viking.
Okay, I like those civs. Vikings especially. I especially like the name of the Viking general.
So we've got blue, which is gonna be the Chinese versus the Chinese yellow. So Chinese aside, Viking on the side. That's fair. Blue does okay. Blue did find already a good spot to put the lumber camp in a great position.
Green should be placing its lumber camp pretty soon.
Yeah. Well, it did find the chip a bit late, so
So it built a mill instead.
yeah, and the wall villagers were on berries, despite the fact that the ships were already under the TC.
Right.
Some direct unit control is needed to force the villagers to come back. It's something that I need to work about for my own allies.
So you got the lumber camp built next to the lake.
That was expected.
Not terrible, but it's okay. Yeah. It's the closest forest to the town center, so that's where it's going to be.
Yeah, well, the second lumber camp might be better anyway.
Better than Yellow's lumber camp.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well.
And maybe better than Red's as well. And Blue's got a nice second lumber camp.
Yeah.
Lumber camps win you the game, right?
Exactly. Okay. I give already the victory to the general, I guess.
All right, general win 3-0. Game over. So looks like green bugged a little bit. Stopped training villagers for some reason. I think what happens is it's saving up loom to hunt boar, but then not researching loom for some reason.
Oh, yep. It's very slow.
And yeah, and I haven't. I saw it crop up like a few days ago, and so I need to figure out what's causing that bug.
Well, but fortunately, they generally managed to win this set, so you can work a bit more peacefully before the next set.
Yeah, at the very least, general will be 3-3, going against Vetrix, which general should sweep. because Vetrix goes skirmishers most of the time.
Yeah, that's right. I definitely should try my AIs versus the general. Because my AIs tends to go for skirmishers, of course tribal and sometimes pharaoh. It could be a good test for me.
Yeah, you know that general's gonna go for knights or eagle warriors.
Yep.
That may change. That's gonna change eventually. They'll start flushing and going for crossbow rushes.
Oh, okay.
But that's not there yet.
Is this planned for the final stage, maybe?
Adding new strategies is probably gonna take too long at this point to add. The best I'd probably add would be a crossbow rush.
Okay.
I think for adding a flash, I'd want to add in army maneuvers, so I control the units better, and rebalancing the economy for the feudal age. It'd be a lot of changes.
But it can be dangerous.
Yes. So, maybe for Davis Cup 6.
Okay.
It should be in there by then.
It looks like yellow want to steal the stone from its ally.
Go ahead, yellow. As long as you don't steal it from general. Alright, well, looks like both generals are going undisturbed, so that's good.
Yeah? Well, eventually green is not too far from the other players. Well, in the civilian population, at least. And red is focusing on red, which is a good thing. Oh, we will have the opportunity to kill red and yellow at the same time.
Chasing yellow villagers back to their town, though. I actually don't know. Okay, let's out. This is kind of funny. The Chinese general might have been targeting yellow's stone camp.
Yeah.
But looks like blue thought it lost too many knights, and so it's retreating.
Yeah, but green is already attacking
green.
red. One villager left.
And a few gold villagers, so that's good.
Okay.
Alright, so Chinese are one of the civilizations that will go for a crossbowman. So we'll see crossbowmen and knights from the Chinese. And then the Vikings will go for the standard army composition. Knights, spearmen, and skirmishers.
Okay. And spearmen, okay, pikeman is actually researched. And the second TC the third TC of the blue player is protected actually by few crossbows and one knight.
Yeah, I'll say that I planned that. That green tower's in a good spot.
Yeah, definitely, in fact. Oh, we've got unique unit from red. That's already a lot of units. 30 versus 16.
I think general will be fine. We'll see. Berserks are not the best units to train at this point, I think.
Well, this tower is definitely in a very good position. I love the way it's garrisoning villagers.
hopefully green is able to hold him off here.
Red stays with 1 TC only. So he's doing yellow, so...
Yeah, so as long as general can hold off their attacks, it should go pretty well.
Yeah.
Blue's doing quite fine, it looks like. It's got less military population, but both of the general players have more villagers.
Yeah, he just needs to survive from the different attacks from Ranger and keep booming. I think that it's a key moment. The general needs to defend well.
Yep. What I'm hoping is that the escrow for Imperial Age doesn't stop military training. It shouldn't when they're under attack, but shouldn't isn't the same as won't. So we'll see what happens.
Well, green is really under pressure actually. Almost doesn't have any more units. Fortunately, it does have some elite skirmishers against the crossbows. But yeah.
Blue's hitting yellow's castle, so that's good. Hopefully those rams can knock it down.
Well, green is actually losing a lot of villagers, so this is a really crucial moment.
Yeah. It's not over. And green's got a castle going up.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah, it does try. Fortunately,
Okay,
it
but it
didn't
should try
lose the
again, and
resources.
hopefully it tries to build it in a safe spot.
Yeah, but actually 8 stone is missing for a new attempt.
And it's not mining any stone.
Well, the game is close. Look at yellow, look at green, almost the same population, the same military population, so it's all about blue to attack yellow to be effective. Oh, okay, it's actually researching Imperial, so let's see. I saw a few Chukanu. Well, if yellow loses this castle, it will stay in a very bad shape.
Blue's building up a castle of its own. Similar spot.
And
Just gotta bring in some siege weapons.
green is defending pretty well. It's not costing its army.
Alright, green got its castle up. Not in the best spot, but it'll help.
Well, it should help a bit anyway. And well, yellow should lose its castle. After this, nothing more to
Blue's
defend.
castle has enough range to attack yellow's castle, I think.
Oh yes. That's right.
That was definitely planned. At the right spot where the blue castle can attack, but not the yellow one. I like it.
Well, yellow does have a second castle, but in the back anyway. And red is trying hard to defeat green, but green is defending pretty well. It is maintaining a civilian population pretty decent, I would say. Okay, the yellow's castle is down. So now it's just pushing and defeating yellow to get the victory. It took too long to red to defeat green at this point. And once again I would say that the game was almost close. 1v1 was one-sided, but the other games were pretty decent from Ranger.
Yeah, so this was definitely the closest one for Ranger.
Well, partly because green had some problems in
Dark Age. Yeah.
Game would have been really different. Oh, Elite Chukonu from blue, I like it. There is still one +1 attack which is missing once again.
Yeah, it looks like chemistry is missing.
Yeah. Does it have university at this point? I don't see the university.
Yeah, blue seems to always be low on wood.
Yeah.
Might need to look at its lumber camp rules.
Okay, green definitely stayed with 80 civilian population for a very long time. And yellow is eventually dying.
Looks like green is actually now attacking.
That's right.
Or just chasing units down. Alright, looks like blue decided that yellow was dead.
Yeah, I think that it's definitely a good decision. But anyway, it will have to come back on yellow because yellow won't resign till the end.
Yeah, or it decided that... I bet it decided that red's castle was a better target. Let's see what happens next.
Yeah, it says focus on red, I would say. But at this point anyway, with the many tribunals which are well upgraded, nothing bad can happen to blue. It looks like red is desiring to go for champions, which is a weird decision, I would say.
Yeah, won't do well against the Chinese army. Maybe it's trying to transition into a lack of gold economy. I'm not sure. Green's in Imperial Age now.
Yep.
Alright, so yay, I'm happy. General's gonna go for the sweep. That's what I expected it to happen, but it was definitely not a for sure thing. I kind of wish I could do a rematch against Boss, because I bet General would win the match now. But
Yeah,
that's how the
course it
tournament
would.
goes.
Now the question is, the general can it reach the first rank of this group or not? That might be something decisive. I think that the qualification stage 1 and 2 can be really dangerous for every AIs taking part. So it's definitely better to finish at the first one. And everything is still possible because Ranger can definitely get some victories against boss, I think. So let's see.
I'm really curious to see how that match goes, because I feel like Ranger could go like say 2v1 against boss.
Yes. In
Win
any
2 out of
case,
3
it
or
might be
even
pretty close.
matches. Because boss is pretty passive, so if Ranger can, once Ranger builds up an army, I don't know if boss would be able to stop it or not.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's really interesting because in fact I agree with you, boss is really defensive while Ranger is really aggressive. So it might be really interesting to watch. And well, let's say this is GG anyway. 13 population for red, 1 population for yellow, while blue and green are almost full population. GG!
GG.
Okay, 3-0.